I think most of us are still recovering from the lecture. But I have two questions, if I may. The first question is relating to the first part of your lecture regarding the use of the electronic media and the concept of reading and writing. Now, nowadays, people use things, gadgets like iPads, iPod Touch, PDAs, and in this small instrument, in cell phones, apart from words, there are photographs, there are videos, there are games, there are puzzles that many of our students and even perhaps faculty members, generate a lot of imagination from. And are you actually saying that we should go back and use the written word only, or do this complement all of this? My second point relates to my profession. I'm from the College of Law. You see, we use language in a very different way. Rather than describe reality, we use language to create reality. So if a person slips on a staircase, we recreate that entire idea, put it in a particular form, and call it a cause of action that we can put into a complaint. And therefore create a new reality, simple as a person having a painful experience to a person that can get rich. Therefore, are there other uses of language apart from literature? Like, for instance, in our discipline called law, where you do not actually capture reality, but recreate reality by your language.
All right. As to the first question, all I wanted to stress is the effect on students, and not just students, on the faculty. If the written word is underrated. Yeah. That's all that I wanted to stress. Yeah. Not that we should avoid electronic media. Yeah. Now, as to the second point, I think whether in law or in literature, the use of language is always, I might use another word, rhetorical. It's always meaning to say that you, not just that you want to persuade or convince the hearer or the reader, but actually you are interpreting. You are interpreting a reality as you perceive it. Yeah. But if I were a lawyer, I would interpret it as I want the judge to perceive it, so I will win my case. Now, if I were a short story writer, my motive is different. I want to move my reader by the experience that I have simulated, so that the reader might get a sense of how it is to be a human being in a situation like that. Something of that sort. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abad.
So far, so good.
We have a question now from UP Diliman. Professor Vili Buenaventura of UP Diliman, please come in.
Good afternoon, Dr. Abad. So this is your home base, UP Diliman. How are you doing, sir? Our first question this afternoon is from Dr. Rose Alonso of the College of Education.
Sir, Bigger's observation that students lack the means, the language, resonates with what many of our UP faculty feel their own students. What is the implication of this to our curriculum?
Dr. Alonso, Good afternoon. This is Marcy Dansley from UP Mindanao. May we request you to please repeat your question?
Okay. I said that because observation, the students lack the means, the language, resonates with what many of our UP faculty feel about our own students. What is the implication of this to our curriculum?
Would you like me to repeat the question?
No, it looks like I understood it.
Okay.
What has been said about students in Harvard, because I was quoting a professor at Harvard, resonates with what some members at least of our faculty in UP Diliman, it resonates with them. In other words, they find it somehow also true to some extent. Yeah. All that means, the implication is we have a serious job. In other words, what do we do? No, we have to find the means to address that problem. Yeah, I myself find my students somehow deficient in reading comprehension. So, for example, every time we meet, I make them submit. I'm a torturer. I make them submit a one-page paper on the short story to be discussed. One page. And they have to answer only one question. At the heart of this story is answer. 5 sentences. In other words, I'm forcing them to read. Yeah, and to read with comprehension. We have to find all sorts of. I thought she was there. We have to find all sorts of means to address that problem. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abad. We now have a question from the Open University. Professor Aleta Villanueva, are you there?
Good afternoon. We are here at the UP Open University headquarters. Our students are listening to this lecture via web streaming. For our first question, we have Justin Godfred Peralta of Los Baños National High School.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm just curious. In what ways does a literary mind affect political thinking?
In what ways, may I repeat the question of Mr. Justin Peralta, student from Los Baños National High School? In what ways does a literary mind affect political thinking?
Well, okay. I think I might answer it this way. The writer is possibly, well, of course, this is a bias. The writer is possibly the most honest person in the world. Because every time he finishes what he has written, he knows whether it's okay or not. Where he smudges and evades certain difficulties in the writing, he knows it in his heart. He knows it. Even if the critic will not see it. In that sense, he is. If he is a serious writer, he loves the truth, and it's the language. It's the language that will convey the truth. For the politician, the truth is what will serve. His position of power, his position, his influence. And he will use language in order to retain that power. that influence. In other words, he will abuse language. Yeah. I guess that's what I think. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I hope I am not called to the Senate.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abad. We will now call, there's a question now from UP Manila. Can we call Professor Gina Salazar? Are you there? UP Manila?
This is not Gina Salazar. I'm Professor Cita Gavino. I have been assigned by my chair, Gina Salazar, to help moderate this forum for the UP Manila campus. The question from the faculty of the Department of Arts and Communication is this. If fiddling with the curriculum does not seem to be enough, how else can we hope to solve the problem of having a non-reading public? Or how can we encourage reading if 16 weeks in the semester do not seem adequate?
Maybe sometime I will become the Secretary of Education. Oh no! No, but it's just a dream. Yeah. As Secretary of Education, I think reading must begin very early. And I experience it myself with my own children. Those books at the elementary grade are so lousy looking. They're not attractive and so forth. In other words, the most beautiful books should be at the kindergarten level, at the first grade, second grade, you know? Yeah, and it should smell good like durian. And the habit of reading begins very early. Okay.
I agree with you. We have a question now from UP Baguio. Professor Grace Subid, are you there? UP Baguio.
Grace Subido, ma'am. We come to you this afternoon from the multipurpose hall of UP Baguio. There is threat of rain in Baguio today, but it certainly has not dampened enthusiasm for this particular lecture. Our question comes from Julie Lazaga, a member of UBOG, the Cordillera Young Writers Group. If language is not really a problem, what is the place of vernacular literature in the national literature?
I will repeat the question. This is from Julie Lazaga, a member of the Cordillera Young Writers Group. If language is not a problem, what is the place of vernacular literature in national literature?
Well, first of all, I think language is a problem. Yeah. If you talk about literature, then you need good writers, right? Yeah. So for the good writer, language is always a problem. You've got to work hard at it. Yeah. Whether it is vernacular. By the way, I don't like the word vernacular. You know, that